Well, hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to the Florida Gulf Coast Real Estate YouTube channel. I'm your host, Jeff Stewart. Appreciate you tuning in with us today. Now, I'm here, your local real estate expert with SRG Homes Gulf Coast and LPT Realty here in the Florida Panhandle, and also SRG Homes DFW in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Either location, would love to be a resource here for you, buying, selling, investing, leasing, all of the things. So thanks for tuning in today. Our last video, we talked and walked down Navarre Beach, talked about some of the highlights of what life is like there, some of the real estate particulars of types of homes and things like that available. So today I wanted to talk about a fun topic, the restaurants on Navarre Beach. Now that's, for me, I know a big draw to any area. And since we moved here about 3 years ago, kind of having fun discovering places to eat, menus, vibes, all those things, especially here on the coast and on the beach. You want good views, you want good food, you want kind of that relaxed atmosphere that people love about Navarre. So trying to find that on the beach, and the restaurants can be an interesting thing and something that's super fun to explore. So there are not a ton of options on Navarre Beach, as we talked about and explored in the last video. It's not a huge area with a ton of development, but that said, there are some great options. There's a few options. We're going to talk about four of the restaurants that are on Navarre Beach, and we'll take you through those. Shoot some links in the description. That way you have links to the menus and to the websites, and that you can check them out. I've eaten at all these places and enjoyed it every meal. Now, the first restaurant we'll start with is Navarre Beach's oldest restaurant, and that is called Sailor's Grill. It is actually part of a bigger compound there that's called Juana's, and you've got a lot to do there, and you've probably seen that as you come in over the bridge. It's the one right off to your right, and it's got the sand volleyball courts, which they do have pretty active sand volleyball leagues during the week. So if that's your thing, it's super fun to watch the competitive sand volleyball players compete in some of the tournaments they have and leagues that they have there. There's also some courts there. I know when our friends are in town, we get a volleyball, take the kids down there and have fun, though we are not very competitive in the sand volleyball world, but it's still a great time to hang out there on the beach, play some volleyball. There's actually a Soundside beach right there. Other companies right in that area do the rentals for jet skis, kayaks, paddle boards, catamarans, and pontoon boats and things like that. So you have kind of that little hub of activity right there. But the restaurant itself is great restaurant. Inside you'll find cool menu. It's got burgers, seafood, sandwiches, great appetizers. My personal favorite appetizer there, the fried pickle fries. So good, and they've got a lot of live music as well throughout the week and on the weekends there. So definitely a great place. Definitely a great place to go. Next up on our list is Andy D's. Now, Andy D's opened up earlier this summer of summer 23. So the building had been there for a while under the name Broussard's, and I think it had been a couple other things previously in the past before that. But they had some ownership changes, though the main owner stayed on and just rebranded the restaurant, and it's really, I think, improved of just kind of the vibe and kind of fit more of that coastal scene and beach scene a little bit more than the previous visions of that restaurant did. So it relaunched as Andy D's, and it's a super cool hangout right there, right by Marine Park there, the main parking lot. And it's a great spot. So they've got a great selection of seafood, sandwiches, salads. They've got an outdoor bar, which is cool. You kind of see the sound over the one side, kind of see the Gulf over on the other, and they've got live music there as well. So it's got locally created murals inside and outside, some local artists that took part in that, and so that's just very cool. It's a great menu, really, really good food. We've enjoyed it. We've been there a few times and really enjoyed our experience there. And they also have some car meets throughout the week. So they're in that front parking lot. You can see some cool cars. Stop by on your way in or way out. And people love to talk to you about their cool cars that they have. So they're hanging out there as well. And during the morning, there is a coffee shop that is inside of Andy D's there. And so yeah, if you're down there on the beach, you need your cup of joe, which I get. You can do that as well there. So Andy D's, great spot. All right, so the next restaurant on our list is going to be kind of in that similar area. We're just going to keep on going right down Gulf Boulevard, and that's going to be Windjammers at the pier. Now, I've talked a couple times about the Navarre Beach fishing pier, which is the longest in the state of Florida in the Gulf of Mexico at 1,500 feet. And this restaurant is basically attached to the pier right next to it. And it's probably got the best views of any restaurant you can find in Navarre Beach, being where it is right there, kind of up on the pier itself. So you're kind of elevated there, and you have just an awesome view from Windjammers. So they've got live music as well throughout the week. They've got an extensive menu: seafood, tacos, burgers, sandwiches. And the cool thing about it, when you're done with dinner there, you can just head out, take a walk down the pier, which I've mentioned previously is such a fun thing to do. And so you're right there, and it's a very cool vibe. They've got a couple different bars where you can grab a drink, hang out. You're easy access down to the beach there and to the sand. So whether you've been on the beach, come up for some lunch, or been there all day and want to head up and grab dinner there, all casual. It's a casual, obviously being right there on the beach, casual restaurant. And so, yeah, could be a great spot. It's a very fun place to grab a bite. All right, and so the last restaurant on our list of Navarre Beach restaurants is going to be the Beach House. Now, this is more upscale, I would say, than the other options that we discussed, and it is attached to the Spring Hill Suites Hotel there right off Gulf Boulevard if you go down toward Pensacola Beach a little bit. It's maybe half a mile down from the four-way stop there and the other three main restaurants that we talked about. And it is a very, very nice restaurant. We've been there a handful of times and enjoyed our meal every time. It's great for a date night. It is great for if you come in and shower off after a day on the beach, swing over there and you want to grab a bite to eat. It's a great spot. So you can find Gulf views here. They've got some tables and outdoor seating where you kind of see the Gulf. You're tucked back a little bit away, so you're not right on the water like you are at Windjammers, a little bit closer, and the views are just a little bit more prominent, but still can definitely be outside there. You're by the Spring Hill Suites pool, so you kind of have that whole outdoor situation going on, but they've actually also just remodeled the interior, so it's got a very updated coastal kind of beachy feel, which I love, and just seems to fit really well around here. So you can find some awesome chef specials there: steaks, seafood, burgers, and a couple times ago when we went, just some of the best ceviche that I've ever had. So good. I don't know if that was a chef special or something that they'll continually have, but if you're there and they have that, definitely recommend the ceviche. So good. It's not super big inside. There's several tables, but not a ton. So during the summer, I'd recommend you probably want to grab reservations if you're heading out to there. So they also just built earlier this summer a lounge underneath the restaurant. It's kind of up elevated, so below it they have a place called the Sandbox, and it's got kind of a lounge, got an outdoor bar. I think they have some snacks and maybe some of the appetizers and things like that. Not totally sure on that. But great spot, again, if you're coming in from the beach, want to grab a refreshing drink, want to hit the shade for a little bit, that's a great place to do that. Highly, highly recommend the Beach House. All right, so there you have it. There aren't a ton of restaurant options on Navarre Beach, but you still have some great options where you can become a regular and enjoy the best of coastal seafood, island drinks, and live music. Part of the charm and just the relaxing vibe of Navarre is coming in after a day on the beach and being able to grab a spot to eat, have a great view, grab a drink, and just enjoy that time with your friends and family. So that's kind of what it's all about. If you're thinking about making a move to the island, to the area, would love to be a resource here for you and help you out. Put my number up there. You can call or text me anytime, and just leave a message that says, hey, thinking about making this move, can you help me? Because we know that it can just be kind of overwhelming. Sometimes you're not sure where to start. You want to make sure you have somebody that's tied into the area that understands what you're looking for, what your needs are, and could definitely do that. Would love the opportunity to be a resource here for you. So if there's anything I can do to help you in the real estate world, whether that's buying, selling, leasing, investing, anything here in the Navarre, Pensacola, Destin, Fort Walton Beach, Pace, Crestview, Milton area, please do let me know. Would love to help. There goes my pen. You guys have a great day. We'll check you soon.